This GeographyBurst video will look at the opportunities, challenges and solutions of living in a desert. Use pages 68 to 76 of your textbook to support this video. Opportunities within the desert and causes of desertification will come first. Then we will look at the challenges to living in the desert, also called impacts. We'll look at the solutions to desertification, and then we'll study an exam question. Case study is the Thar Desert case study. It is 200,000 kilometers squared in size in India and Rajasthan, crossing both borders. Jaisalmer is the most active region of the Thar Desert for tourism and energy farms. The Indira Gandhi Canal was built in 1958 to revolutionise farming. Traditional desert life. This life goes hand in hand with difficulty, as you can imagine. It is very hot and dry, making it unbearable to live and work here with limited access to water and extreme heat with very little shade. It is also fairly inaccessible in places due to the tarmac melting and therefore can only be accessed by camel. Desertification is the process whereby the desert is growing in size as more soil is consumed by the difficult conditions and turns into sand. Overcultivation has caused the soil to lose fertility and turn to sand. As previously mentioned, this is called desertification. However, since investing in irrigation systems and gaining education on how to manage the soil in hot conditions, farming has once again become a more viable way of life in this desert. More on this later. Energy has become a huge opportunity for the Thar Desert. Within the Jaisalmer region, they have wind farms, solar farms, extensive coal and oil reserves, and they can mine in the Barmer region. These regions are also rich in minerals such as gypsum, feldspars and kaolin, which can be mined, each bringing in a healthy income for those living and working here. Another opportunity is tourism. Economic gains can be made from tourism by providing camps that provide extreme activities like dune karting and desert races. There is an annual winter desert festival which is proving to be a successful event for locals to make an income looking after the tourists. Another prime example of where a desert has been brought to life by tourism is the Mojave Desert, home to the bright lights of Las Vegas in Nevada. Again, reaping rewards from tourism. Solutions to the challenges. Again, we'll focus on what has brought an opportunity as a solution to those hot desert conditions. As stated previously, it is challenging to access water, but irrigation systems and the use of the Indira Gandhi Canal have provided a solution to this problem. People in the region have learnt to water their crops at dusk in a bid to reduce salinization, which is basically when the water evaporated and leaves salt minerals behind, again making the soils infertile and at risk of turning to sand. Therefore, a challenge within a solution, really. National parks. Just like protecting the rainforest, deserts are also sectioned off from people building and using the land. This will allow the ground to naturally regain fertility and growth of drought-resistant plants. Therefore, again, stopping the desert from becoming bigger. Cactus and prosperous trees are ideal for these conditions. Solutions. Management of the soils. Finally, by using magic stones and planting more native plants such as the acacia tree, the desert could hold on to its moisture in the soils and reduce the likelihood that soils will be washed away in a flash flood or blown away in times of drought. Burkina Faso and the Thar Desert are good examples of where locals have been able to work the land again as a result of maintaining the soil's moisture. Evaluate the opportunities and challenges of living on the fringe of a hot desert. In this question, you will always need to describe, explain the opposite, and then evaluate. So I would start with describing. The fringe of a hot desert are difficult places to live, as the hot, dry climate makes it very difficult to grow crops. The fringe is considered the transition zone, where the soils could be scorched and turned to sand, making the desert grow in size. This is known as desertification. I would then explain the opportunities or challenges that come with this, and then the opposite. Again, opportunities or challenges that come with this way of life. So, explain. Despite the lack of water and access to these areas, there are still many opportunities such as traditional farming, which is now more viable, using irrigation systems. And locals are more educated on how to manage the soils and maintain moisture through the use of magic stones like in Burkina Faso, and planting acacia trees like in the Thar Desert. The Thar Desert and the Mojave deserts have both thrived from tourism and the annual desert festivals and casinos being built. Lastly, using the natural resources encouraged an investment in energy farms such as those in the Jaisalmer region of the Thar Desert, and mining for minerals such as gypsum and kaolin. Although these opportunities are fantastic, they lead to further challenges, such as irrigating the land in a day can lead to salinisation, where the water evaporates and leaves behind salt and minerals, leading to infertile soils, which may simply then blow away. The overuse of the desert during festivals can also lead to further desertification, and so may not always be long-term opportunity, but more of a challenge. Many people believe that national parks are the only way to reduce these challenges, but many believe it's gone too far, and natural climate change will still cause desertification and salinisation to occur. Evaluate. Although there are challenges with living in the desert fringes, there are also many opportunities to make a living and provide renewable power that could help reduce climate change in the future. So therefore, I feel the opportunities outweigh the negatives, as long as those activities are managed well in order to reduce the further desertification. This part evaluation could be that you think the negatives outweigh the opportunities, but it doesn't matter as long as you evaluate and give your opinion clearly. Geography. Know your world.